Today we are gonna do my Amazon Prime list. I actually haven't done this for a little while, you guys. I've skipped the last couple of Prime days, but today I have an amazing list to share with you. Also, pretty much my entire face is things that are on pretty good deal on Prime days. So I wanna get right into it. I want to tell you though, I will be updating my Amazon storefront all day long on both days. So we basically spend the entire day like scouring for the stuff that I've actually used, recommended, and that we know about in the community. And I put it in that storefront all day long. Lightning deals and anything that comes up that's like worth people knowing about. So definitely check the Amazon storefront. It will be linked at the very top of the description box. I'll put it in a pinned comment, all of that good stuff, because it's such a huge sale that I think sometimes it's pretty easy to miss out on things that you didn't realize were even on sale if you're not scouring, and that's what we are going to do. So let's start with the big one, Higherdose. Higherdose makes lots and lots and lots of different things that I really love, but in particular I love their red light therapy hat. I have talked about this since their launch, which was about a year and a half ago now. This is going to be on, or Higherdose is going to be on Prime, and it is 20% off. So if there are things from the brand that are on Amazon that you have been interested in, 20% off everything in their catalog that's on Amazon. The red light hat is one of my favorite things. I wear this every single day. It's about a 10-minute treatment. Red light therapy is so good for everything, but it's really good for your scalp health. It is great for lowering inflammation. It's great for follicle health, great for helping to maintain healthy hair, helping to reduce hair loss. So that's what I notice the most with this cap, is that I shed less, and that helps to obviously retain the hair on your head so that it can look thicker and whatnot. It also just does help promote healthy hair growth and healthier hair grow out of the follicles. So 20% off Higherdose. Next, I have a list, you guys. So I'm gonna look down just a little bit. Next, we have Virtue. You guys, I've talked about Virtue recently in some of my hair videos, and Virtue and Coco and Eve and Rose are my three favorite hair care brands right now. Like, I use all three of those so much, and Virtue is 30% off their best sellers. Now, I'm pretty sure that this will be one of them, and this is something that I use every single time I wash my hair. It is the healing oil, and I love this. And one of these little bottles, you guys, lasts like 6 months. It lasts forever. You do not need a lot of it. I put this into the ends of my hair. I try to get it at my mid strands and down. I don't put it up towards my roots ever, but it really does help to kind of seal down the cuticle. It enhances shine. And I think out of all of the kind of oil type products that I've used for many, many years, this is definitely my favorite. I do like the one from Rose, but I actually think the one from Virtue is the one I pull for more often in my own real life. Now, the other thing that I use every time I wash my hair also is the Virtue. This is a Create 6-in-1 styler. I just really like this one. I feel like it gives my hair a little bit of texture and helps it be a little bit more smooth but volumized, which is kind of a hard thing to do. So that's another one. I'm sure this is one of their best sellers as well. 30% off of Virtue is a pretty good deal as well. Now, Coco and Eve is a brand that I have talked about for years, and I really, really, really love their deep conditioning masks. Like, pretty much every single one of their deep conditioning masks are favorites of mine. I also really love their self-tanning. Their self-tanning mousse, the Sunny Honey, is my favorite self-tanner. I feel like you look really nice and bronzed, but you do not look orange. The undertones are really beautiful in that Sunny Honey. So Coco and Eve is up to 50% off during Prime Days. So if this is a brand that you like, if you have tried their deep conditioners in particular, or you've tried their self-tanner, then 50% off is pretty smoking. So that is the next deal. Then we have some Revision. Now, lots of things from Revision are really, really good. I will say that my number one thing that I like from Revision is their lip product. I think it's called Youthful Lip. What it is it's very, very thick. It's almost like a lip mask, and it's one of those things that I think is perfect if you put it on either overnight to help to trap water in your lips, help to repair lips. It helps with like flaking lips or chapped lips, of course. pores. And then it's also really good prep for before you put on your lipstick or, you know, any kind of lip product. So what I like to do in the morning is I will either use, I love the Ravie Peptide, she has a lip product, or I'll use Revision. I have like 3 or 4 different things that I will put on my lips as I am getting ready. And then right before I do my makeup, I usually will wipe that off gently so there's a little bit of residue left so my lips are kind of hydrated and moisturized feeling. And then I will do my, whatever I'm doing with my lips, my lip liner, my lip gloss, blah, blah, blah. And inevitably when I do that, my lips look so much better because they're hydrated and they don't look flaky, they don't look dry, all the things. So Revision is 20 to 30% off. So that's a really good deal as well. Okay, so Photozyme is not going to be on Amazon, but I reached out to them and I said, hey, I know you're not doing Amazon Prime, but what do you think about offering a sale during Amazon Prime days? And they said yes. So Photozyme for the next 2 days during Prime will be 30% off site-wide. I will put my code down in the description box. It should be PENN30, and it will get you 30% off of everything on their site. So that includes the Serum 4 if you are in my microneedling program, which by the way, there are well over 1,000 of you who are either in the middle of or have taken the free microneedling course. So I am so glad that people are finding value in that course. The serum that I did with Photozyme for medical microneedling is also part of their sale. So that will be 30% off for the next 2 days, but everything else on their site will be 30% off as well. So if you are somebody who likes Photozyme, it's a great time off Amazon, head on over to Photozyme and you can get any of their offerings for an Amazon Prime sale price, just not on Amazon. Next is Colorscience. Now, Colorscience is 15 to 30% off, and I have one particular recommendation, you guys. It is the Total Eye. This is their SPF 35, and I have used this for years and years and years. It is a color correcting under eye product that has SPF in it. Now, I love to use this. I will use it typically with a brush. I actually pump a little bit of it out on here. I usually grab one of my Nikki LaRose brushes from BK Beauty, which are also on Prime days. The brush set, we'll get to that. But I will grab one of the BK Beauty brushes. It's the Angie Hot and Flashy, or it's one of the Nikki LaRose brushes. And I just get a little bit on here. Sometimes I even dab it off on the back of my hand. And I like to get into the corners of my eyes. And I also like to get right here. I do not go all the way up to my lash line. And you're gonna see, because I'm gonna put out a little bit of an everyday makeup video tomorrow. Pretty sure I'm putting it up tomorrow. And whether I use something like this, which is a color corrector, it's like a peachy tone, so it really brightens dark circles because color theory. It counteracts blues and greens, and it's just beautiful. The SPF, of course, is going to be way less than 35 because you don't use a ton of it, but it's still an added little tiny bit of SPF in this delicate area, and it does not bother my eyes whatsoever. It lays down really beautifully, and it brightens that area and just makes the area around the eyes look really refined and pretty, especially when you apply it with a brush. When you apply it with a brush and you do it almost like airbrush it on, and then I will buff it out with another clean brush, it really looks very seamless with your face. And because it's that peachy color, it really just brightens the entire eye area. I have literally recommended this, I don't know, probably 6 years now, maybe even a little bit longer than that. And Colorscience, again, is 15 to 30% off. And I'm pretty sure that all of their other SPFs are also on sale. So if you are somebody who likes their Flex, or you like one of those other Colorscience SPFs, 15 to 30% off for Prime days. Okay, so next, Differen is going to be 40% off. Now, if you are following along with my body routine, I recommended adapalene at night, which is a vitamin A. So you're gonna get enhanced and sped up turnover of your skin. I'm using it on my hands and my forearms. I'm also using it on my décolleté. Now, I've been using an off-brand, but Differen is the brand name of adapalene. They were the first ones to come out and go OTC and all of that stuff. They are 40% off. And it's not just the adapalene from Differen. Their whole acne line is 40% off. So if you have a teenager in your life, or you have somebody who uses adapalene or uses any of that other kind of acne wash, any of their acne stuff, acne moisturizer, that is all 40% off during Prime Days. Recently, I talked about DHC as one of my favorite cleansers. It's a cleansing oil, pre-cleanse kind of thing, 56% off. I mean, it's already super duper affordable. It's gonna be 56% off for Prime Days. So if you are somebody who's looking for a new pre-cleanse, or if you're somebody who uses DHC, yeah, that's like amazing. Okay, now we got to talk about some of my friends that are on Amazon. Number one is BK Beauty. So BK Beauty has an entire storefront on Amazon, and they are going to be 20 to 28% off. They are the best brushes that exist. Lisa J is one of the nicest humans who is so amazing to support. And then Nikki LaRose is also one of the nicest, most amazing people ever. And her brush set, her original brush set, is on their Prime storefront, and it is going to be between 20 and 28% off as well. So if you are somebody who has been interested in her first volume 1, then you can get it right now for a pretty good discount. But there are other sets over there, you guys. I have some brushes that in particular are favorites of mine. I've talked about this one before. It's the 205. It is the tiniest little brush, and I use this for kind of tight lining on top of my lash line, like not underneath, but on top, so that I can get a little bit of definition at the base of my lashes without interrupting any of my lid space. This is one of those brushes that I think I have 3 of them now. It is indispensable to me. So this is part of one of the sets that's going to be on sale over on their storefront. Also, another one that I use all the time is, I think this says 207. This is the 207. It's like a pencil brush. I love this one, and today I'm wearing a little bit more makeup than I normally do, but I love this one for you look straight ahead and you find the crease of your eye. And if you have any kind of hooding or anything like that and you want to open up your eyes just a little bit more, I love to take a pencil brush like this with a matte kind of mid-tone brown, and I will just gently sweep right there so it has this real faint shadow. It's not like super in your face eyeshadow. It's just enough to almost, you know, contour your eyes. I used this today with a Jane Iredale matte eyeshadow set, which is absolutely beautiful. This is the Pure Pressed eyeshadow palette, and they are all matte colors. Absolutely perfect. If you are my age, I feel like that this is just one of those eyeshadow sets that is perfect for as we get a little bit older, because none of it is going to scream. I don't know. It's just perfectly matte and subtle, and I like that the most. Now, what I did today is I just used some of these mid-tone colors to go into that crease area just above to kind of fake out having a little bit bigger looking eyeballs. And then I also used just a very hint of it with this same pencil brush on underneath my lash line. Now, the reason why I do that is I am not going to be putting like eyeliner under my eye. I haven't done that for years and years and years, but just a tiny bit of shadow there to me actually helps to kind of camouflage any tiredness or anything like that. It just sort of blends in where I stop using concealer and maybe where there might be dark circle or whatever. I almost use my dark circles to my advantage by putting just a little bit of a mid-tone shadow very, very, very gently underneath the lash line. I think it's super pretty. So Jane Iredale is also on sale, you guys, up to 40% off. Now, today what I did was I actually used one of her shadow sticks, and these are all up to 40% off as well. I used one of these to tightline, and let me tell you, if you use a shadow stick to tightline, and that's like going into the upper waterline, it's so easy. It's literally so easy because it's really fat and they're pretty soft, and it doesn't take much and it's there. So if you are somebody who's ever been afraid of tightlining, try using a kind of a bigger stick that's a little bit soft. Now, the nice thing about these is that they set, so I don't feel like they get everywhere. What I did after that was I took this little BK Beauty tiny, tiny, tiny brush, and I actually put it into the shadow stick, and I tightlined above, but right at the base of my lashes, just to give my whole lash area quite a bit more depth. So I came in from underneath and I also went above, And then I put on obviously some mascara. For today I used my Thrive, and if this goes on sale, I couldn't see if it was yet, but if it's on sale, it will be in the description box. I will let you know, because Thrive is on Amazon and it is 100% my favorite tubing mascara. I keep trying other tubing mascaras and there's some good ones out there, but nothing has held up to Thrive. In particular, Thrive in Crystal. Now, Crystal is like a chocolate brown, and I just think it is so pretty and so flattering. And as I've gotten older, I just feel like brown looks so much softer and prettier, especially in real life. Probably on camera, it would look better if I wore black mascara. It would be more impactful, but in real life, which is most of my life, I think that brown mascara is just gorgeous. So that is Thrive in Crystal. That's what I'm wearing today. And like I said, if it's on Prime Days, which it probably will be, I'll make sure to note it in the description box with everything else, and it'll definitely be in my storefront. All of this stuff is going to be in my storefront, so you don't have to remember. It'll all be listed over there so you can find it. Okay, let's talk about some OneSkin. So OneSkin is going to be their hero products, which are their body product, their face product, and their eye product. These are all 15% off for Prime Days. Now, their cleanser and their SPFs, those are gonna be 20% off for Prime Days. So if you are somebody who uses this, and these are not inexpensive, they use their proprietary peptide in here to really help to improve crepiness on the body with their body product. I used this for years and years and years, and I'm currently using my Photozyme Omega 36 mostly because using too expensive body creams just isn't in the cards for me, but I love this one. If there was another body cream that I had to switch back and forth with that Photozyme Omega 36, it would definitely be OneSkin. This has been a recommendation of mine for years and years, and I love it. And I've heard from so many people how much they love it, how it's done really great things, especially for like crepiness on the arms and stuff like that. So this is gonna be 15% off for Prime, if that is something that you use. Okay, so Ravie Beauty. Ravie Beauty is on 25% off for their lip liners, which today I'm actually wearing a combination of almond and fig. It has been one of my favorite combinations. Now, you guys know I like my Soshi and my OneSkin. It's a similar kind of concept. This one is the almond, which is a really like taupey nude. It's not too like orangey. The almond is absolutely the perfect name for it. It looks like the shell of an almond. That's the color of it. And I love to put that one on, and then I go over it with fig. Now, fig is exactly how it sounds, like the flesh of a fig. It's a very beautiful like rosewood color. When I combine those two, the almond and the fig, I don't know, I feel like I get the most beautiful kind of berry nude color. And then I top it with my number one that you don't even need Amazon Prime Days for. I put my Wet n Wild Snuggle Sesh over it, and I feel like this is one of my favorite lip combos right now. You will see tomorrow I did a really simple lip combo as well, just really super duper simple. I like to do that. I don't go overboard, but I am so into lip liners right now. And Ravie Beauty, they're relatively new. They are some of the best lip liners I have ever used. Almond and fig are definitely my personal two favorites. I think there's 4 colors, but they are 25% off for Prime. And if you are on Amazon, you might as well pick yourself up a Wet n Wild Snuggle Sesh. They're regularly about $2.20. I don't know if they'll be on Prime or not, but it is so worth picking some up because they are just some of the best lip glosses that I own. One note is that I buy these in bulk. Like I'll buy 3 or 4 of them at a time because again, they're like $2 a piece. And they do vary, like the colors vary. It will be like kind of a light pink, and then it'll be a little tiny bit darker of a light pink. It's a little bit, but I have to say every single version of Snuggle Sesh I've always liked. It's somewhere in the realm of the same color, but there is a variance in the colors, but it's never really steered me wrong, and they're $2, so I'll take the chance. Ionic, which is the curling iron that I used it today. It is on sale. It's like $50 or $60 off. So it's regularly between like $150 and $175. It should be about $99 for Prime Days. So if you are in the market for a new curling iron, I can highly recommend Ionic. It is one of the curling irons and one of the brands, the blow dryer and the curling iron, that I used when I was a hairstylist behind the chair. Ionic for the longest time was something that definitely wasn't even on Amazon. It was something you had to get at the beauty supply. You could get it as a professional. Well, now it's on Amazon and it's kind of open to the public. It is one of the best quality brands of hair tools. So if you're in the market for a new curling iron, their blow dryers might be on sale as well, but I know for sure the curling iron, and I love it in the 1 inch and the 1.25. Those are my two favorite sizes for getting kind of big bouncy waves that don't look too curly. Anyway, Ionic is on sale, pretty good sale. So that's like over 30% off and for Prime. All right, you guys, those are the top tier deals that I got. I'm filming this ahead of time. So by the time this goes live, I will know about way more deals, inevitably, because I'm gonna keep looking. I'm literally filming this like 5 days ahead. So in the next 5 days, and definitely on Prime Day and the second Prime Day, I will be just adding to that Amazon storefront. I will list any other things that I think are worth your attention. Definitely check out my storefront. Like I said, it's going to be updated all the time, like not even hourly. It'll be more often than that. It's going to be updated all day long on Prime and on day 2 of Prime. So definitely check out there. Also, if you are a Photozyme shopper, check down below for my code, should be PENN30. But again, that's off Amazon. That is over on Photozyme. If I work out any other deals with other brands that aren't going to be on Amazon that will give us a deal off Amazon, I'll put that in the description box, and I will also put that in the pinned comment. Anytime I can work a sale with a brand, I totally do. Like, I am not afraid to ask for discounts. I keep reaching out. I've probably bugged Maylove now at least 10 times. I've said, so do you think you can get, I haven't gotten a yes yet, but I will at some point. I'm gonna nag them enough that they're gonna give us a discount. And so I do that with all the brands. They probably get tired of me. I have some of them on text message. They're probably sorry they gave me their phone number, because I literally will text them and be like, so what do you think about giving us a sale? And sometimes they say yes. So that's Photozyme this time. If anybody else joins in, I'll definitely let you know down below. I hope that you are having the most wonderful day. Let me know what you're picking up. If you come across any deals on Prime Days that you think the community should know about, or I should know about, please do leave them in the comment section. I'll make sure to add it over to the store, and I'll make sure that everybody else hears about it so that we can all share, because it's such a huge sale. It's almost difficult to see everything that is on sale. All right, you guys, I hope you're having a great day, and I will talk to you in my next skincare video. Take care.